Hey, welcome back to Lihitrobank. My name is Adam. Let me start with something that will instantly change how you see money. Rich people do not work harder than poor people. They use leverage. Leverage means getting results that are bigger than your personal effort. If you only get paid for hours you work, your income will always have a ceiling. Rich people remove that ceiling using leverage. And the best part is this: you do not need money to use leverage anymore. Technology gives beginners the same leverage tools that used to be available only to corporations. Most people never learn this because school teaches effort, not leverage. Today I am going to break this down in the most practical way possible. I am not talking theory. I am talking about real tech leverage that normal people can use to make money even if they are starting with nothing. Let me explain the mindset first. Poor thinking asks, how much time will this take? Rich thinking asks, how many times can this work while I sleep? That difference changes everything. Now, let me walk you through the first tech leverage. Technology leverage. This is the most powerful leverage in history. One system can serve thousands of people. One automation can replace repetitive labor. One piece of content can work 24/7. When you use technology, you stop trading hours. You build once and distribute endlessly. Think about simple examples: a website, a tool setup, an automation workflow, a content channel, a digital service. You are not selling time. You are selling outcomes powered by systems. That is leverage. Now here's the key. You do not need to build new tech. You use existing tech. Most beginners think leverage means inventing. No, leverage means deploying. If you can connect tools, solve problems, and deliver results, you're using leverage. Now, let me explain the second leverage. Media leverage. This is how people make money without repeating themselves. Media is content, videos, blogs, emails, posts. One message reaches many people. Instead of explaining the same thing 100 times, you explain it once publicly. This builds trust at scale. Trust at scale attracts opportunities. Clients, sales, partnerships, jobs. Most people fear being visible. Rich people understand that attention is leverage. You do not need to be famous. You need to be useful consistently. Media works while you are offline. That is leverage. Now, let me explain the third leverage. Code and automation leverage. This scares beginners, but it should not. You do not need to be a programmer. You need to understand logic. Automation lets you remove repetition. Anything you do more than once can be automated. Lead follow-ups, reporting, data collection, customer onboarding, content scheduling. Automation multiplies output without multiplying effort. This is how one person can run what looks like a team. Businesses pay for this because it saves them money. If you save or make people money, they will pay you. Automation is leverage because it does not get tired. Now, let me explain the fourth leverage. People leverage. This does not mean employees. This means collaboration, communities, audiences, networks. When you work alone, everything depends on you. When you collaborate, you multiply reach and skill. Open source communities, online groups, creator ecosystems. These are leverage machines. You can borrow distribution knowledge and credibility. Helping others creates goodwill. Goodwill turns into referrals. Referrals turn into income. This is how people grow without advertising budgets. People leverage works best when combined with tech. Now let me explain the fifth leverage. Knowledge leverage. This is misunderstood. Knowledge alone does not pay. Applied knowledge does. When you learn something once and teach it repeatedly, you are using leverage. Guides, courses, templates, consulting, frameworks. You convert learning into assets. Assets work repeatedly. Most people consume information. Rich people package understanding. This is why education businesses are powerful. You are not selling information. You are selling clarity. Now, let me bring this together. You do not need all these leverages at once. One is enough to change your income path. Technology plus media is a deadly combination. Automation plus knowledge creates recurring income. People plus media creates distribution. The magic happens when these stack. This is how small creators beat big companies. Now, let me address the biggest lie people believe. They think leverage is cheating. It is not. It is efficiency. Hard work without leverage leads to burnout. Smart work with leverage leads to freedom. You are still working. You are just working on systems instead of tasks. Now, let me give you a real mindset shift. Ask yourself this every day. If I stop working today, will this still produce value tomorrow? If the answer is no, you are trading time. If the answer is yes, you are building leverage. That question alone can change your life. Now, let me be honest. This takes patience. Leverage takes time to build, but once built, it compounds. That is why rich people get richer. Not because they are lucky, because leverage stacks over time. Technology never sleeps. Media never forgets. Systems never complain. Now, let me close this properly. If you are started with no money, your biggest asset is learning how leverage works. Tech gives you leverage. Internet gives you distribution. Communities give you support. The rest is execution. If you want the next video, I can break down beginner-friendly tech leverage ideas you can start this week, or show how to combine automation and content to build income, or explain why most people misuse leverage and fail. Comment what you want next. Subscribe if you want realistic money thinking explained through tech without hype. Like the video so it reaches more people who are still trapped trading time for money. I will see you in the next one.